We made it to Chongqing.
Welcome to China's most viral city, a place where the food will set your mouth on fire.
Pretty spicy.
The megaphones will blow out your eardrums.
Everyone's screaming.
And the buildings will test your fear of heights.
And I'm very scared right now.
Okay.
Let's go.
We're Kyle and Kerianne.
Hey, it's us.
And in this video, we're rating everything this city threw at us, organized into categories to keep the chaos under control.
City's not made for me. Actually, I'm not made for the city.
Some spots lived up to the hype, others fell flat, and a few totally blindsided us.
I'd like to move here.
And by the end, we were asking the real question. Does Chongqing live up to its viral reputation? Or did the hype set us up for some surprises? For a bit of context, Chongqing is one of the biggest cities in China, but what really makes it stand out is how vertical it is. Perched on cliffs where the Yangtze and Jialing rivers meet, this city is so stacked and layered that people have nicknamed it the 8D city. Locals joke it has more staircases than sidewalks, and the internet can't get enough, with viral clips of endless steps, buses floating through the air, and food so spicy it makes your mouth go numb. It all feels a little unreal, which made us wonder, how does it actually feel in person? Let's get started with our first category, viral landmarks. And our first stop was Hongya Cave. If you've ever seen a Chongqing postcard, it's probably of this place. And we were cautiously optimistic.
I think it's like a shopping area with a bunch of bright lights at night.
Yeah. We love that.
Yeah, because we haven't gotten enough of that.
We've been burned by neon shopping malls before. I'm looking at you, Xion's ever-bright city, and Kyle was not a fan.
Honest reviews only. Tell us what you think.
This place is a mall.
So our expectations were on the floor a bit, and it turns out the Hongya Cave isn't a cave at all. It's actually a massive multi-level shopping complex built into the cliffside above the Jialing River.
Hopefully it's not ultra touristy. We'll see.
This place is one of Chongqing's most photographed spots, and we quickly learned how popular it was.
Everyone's screaming.
We're gonna see if there's stairs instead.
Fortunately, we found a less traveled route, down the actual side of a mountain. Although the Hongya Cave only opened in 2006, it was built in the traditional Diajialu style, with stilt houses raised on wooden legs to withstand floods from the Yangtze and Jialing rivers. And luckily for us, they also built a footpath to the bottom of the Hongya Cave.
We're basically walking down all these little stairways. It's kind of like a gigantic tree house
Yeah, that's a good description.
with like observation platforms built into the side of the wall. It's very cool.
Which was not exactly great news for Kyle's fear of heights.
I'm freaking out. Take the video, let's leave. Yeah, right now we're standing on about 15 2x4s over like a, I don't know, 120-foot drop. And I'm very scared right now.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go. This is cool.
This is very cool. All my legs are like jelly. My testicles are tingling.
And once we reached the bottom, it was a roller coaster. Amazed by views one moment, and then overwhelmed by crowds the next.
Wow! Beautiful. Chaotic.
Wow, look at behind us. It's so cool.
It is cool. I'm saturated on crowds at this point, so my disposition is not great.
Would you deal with crowds like this for the photo? Drop your answer in the comments. And if it's a hard no, hit subscribe so we can keep making questionable choices for you.
I mean, you gotta see it.
Yeah,
You can't come to Chongqing and not see the Hongya Cave.
for sure.
But it still makes me cranky.
Ultimately, yes, this place is a shopping center, but it's also bolted to a cliff, lit up in neon, and gives you some crazy views of the skyline. We gave this place an 8 out of 10.
It's worth it. But it's not without its costs.
Yeah.
Keeping things moving, our next viral landmark was Bay, Chongqing's central business district, and also where we happened to be staying. And our first impressions weren't great.
It feels like the most like New York of any city we've been in China.
Yeah, and that's not a compliment. It feels the most American. Like it literally feels like you're in Times Square.
The area is packed with LED billboards, skyscrapers, and shopping malls.
I have no idea what that sign says, but I think it's like the name of the mall.
And at the center is a monument built in 1945 to mark the Allied victory in World War II. But these days, the square feels more like a tourist playground than a history lesson, with chili oil ice cream, oversized hot pot cauldrons, and the ultimate giveaway, a duck jerky shop. For us, this shop became the ultimate indicator that we were in a prime tourist zone, but we were hungry, so we set out to check a few classic Chongqing dishes off our list.
I think this is called Swan La Fen. I say it like a French accent. And I think it's in a slightly sour broth, if I'm not mistaken. And it looks like there's like ground pork and coriander and other stuff in here and some peanuts.
Swan le fen translates to sour and spicy noodles. They're usually made from sweet potato starch, which gives them a jelly-like chew, and they lean heavy on the acid.
I'm kind of a vinegar queen, so I love these. I do like low-key wish it was a wheat noodle. These are good, but I feel like a wheat noodle could be even better, but the flavor's so good. And the pork's delicious.
We gave it an 8 out of 10. Then it was time for something sweet.
He's choking.
Sweating. I sucked up some stuff at the bottom of my last. I sucked up some stuff at the bottom of the vinegar jelly noodles that we were eating, and I just inhaled some chilies and vinegar into my throat. It wasn't good. We don't have any water, so I went to go suck one of these bad boys down, and it helped quite a bit.
Aside from doubling as a rescue device, tongyuan are chewy rice balls and a warm, slightly sweet broth.
The outside is like really bland. There's not much flavor to it. There's more of a textural thing. And the inside has like a sweet sesame paste.
And while it initially didn't wow us,
but it's not like a blow your socks off type dessert. It's more of like a hang out and like you're a little bit hungry still, but you kind of want a dessert, and this is what you get.
More like you're choking on something and you just shove something in your mouth.
That's exactly the right situation if you want this.
we realized there was actually a technique to it.
Okay, pro tip, you have to eat it in one bite. Makes it really good. Don't cut it in half like we've been doing. That's trash.
Yeah, once we started eating them whole, without cutting them in half, I feel like it really changed the experience.
Yeah.
They went from like fine to like actually pretty good.
Yeah.
A solid 9 out of 10 from us. And last but not least, we were hoping for something cold to take the edge off the Chongqing humidity.
So next we got bing fen, which we thought was kind of going to be like a shaved ice with a bunch of toppings on top of it. We were wrong. It's like a jelly that they basically put ice cubes in, and they put a bunch of toppings and syrup on it. There's like 7 different textures happening in my mouth at once. It's very interesting.
I don't really like jellies very much. I don't think it has a flavor. That's just jelly. It's like I think it's like flavorless Jello. I don't like Jello very much.
So Bingfen was a skip for us, 4 out of 10. But Jifeng as a whole, we actually ended up enjoying it. It's gimmicky, full of neon lights, megaphones, and a little chaotic. But we left liking it way more than we expected. Jifeng gets a 7 out of 10.
Initial impressions, we were kind of confused and overwhelmed. It just felt very different from all the other cities we've been to so far. But it's really growing on me, and I'm pleasantly surprised. And I think tomorrow's gonna be fun.
The next day, we switched gears into our next category, historic Chongqing. Time to trade neon lights for history lessons. Or so we thought. Our first stop was Sachiko Ancient Town.
I'm worried it's gonna be another type of like touristy attraction, but apparently they're supposed to have like a lot of handmade stuff there, and it's supposed to be cool.
As soon as we arrived, it was giving more shopping street than ancient town.
We're here at Sachiko. If I see a dried duck shop, I'm going home. I'm honestly rebooking flights. We're leaving China. Yeah. Trip is over.
Sachiko translates to porcelain harbor, and the town's history stretches back more than 1,000 years. In the Ming Dynasty, it thrived as a hub for porcelain production and tea trading. And since Kyle was deep in his Chinese tea era, he was itching to buy a tea set. Unfortunately, much of Sachiko has been rebuilt or heavily restored, especially since the early 2000s, when Chongqing began promoting it as a cultural tourism site.
So, as we feared, it's looking pretty touristy.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a shopping mall built in a historical spot.
And although we didn't see a duck jerky shop, we did find another familiar giveaway, one of these psychedelic waterfall caves.
This is another bad sign. When you see one of these, you know that you're in a touristy area.
But we did manage to stumble on something slightly more authentic, a Bang Bang Porter.
The most authentic thing we've seen in this shop so far.
Bang Bangs are Chongqing's traditional porters, nicknamed after the bamboo poles they carry. Before delivery apps or convenience stores, the so-called Bang Bang army hauled everything, up and down the city's endless staircases. Today, they're more of a tourist curiosity, but locals still remember them with nostalgia. So while wandering the hilly alleys was fun, we ended up leaving empty-handed.
We saw like 2 tea stores.
Yeah, honestly, there actually was some interesting things in one of them.
Yeah.
Like different than we had seen at other tea shops. But nothing that was worth purchasing, that's for sure.
And a bit underwhelmed.
This one's a skip for me.
Yeah, this one's definitely a skip.
This place got a 4 from us. Afterward, we grabbed a choggy to lift our spirits and strolled by the river, when we spotted something in the sky.
We just turned the corner, and saw these like massive kites. I hope we can see it on the camera.
And so we kept walking and eventually tracked it down.
Look at this guy's kite. He just told me it was 280 meters.
We took enough pictures of the man and his kite that he eventually was like, here, you come grab it. And he handed it to me. Oh, you?
You? No, you.
Oh.
No, her.
Pull it in.
Pull it, pull it.
Further.
He's saying let it come out.
And it was very light. But I was terrified that I was gonna mess it up somehow and accidentally let it fall or something. But
I think she's stuck. She doesn't know whether to hold it out. It does look like it's kind of dropping as you're letting it go.
Like it's kind of dropping, right?
Is it fall? No? He says no.
Let go?
He looks confident.
Okay. I trust the master.
It doesn't look like it's gonna fall. Don't let it drop. Don't ruin this.
Honestly, it was pretty easy. You could kind of just let go after it was up there, but it was a lot of trust. I didn't want to ruin his day.
Didn't we mess up the kite?
Oh, last time we did the kite?
Yeah.
This has happened to us before, but in California.
This is not the first time that a nice Chinese man has made Kerianne
Hold his kite.
hold his kite. Yeah.
Yeah. Good? Oh, there you go. Easy.
Nice. Easy.
Share. It's nice of him to share that with me. That was very sweet.
Yeah.
So, Sachiko still ranks low on our list, unless you happen to meet this nice man with the kite. Then we definitely bump it up a few points. With the kite flying behind us, we were ready for some more time in the sky. Next stop in the historic Chongqing category, the Yangtze River Cableway. Built in 1987, the Cableway stretches 1,166 meters across the Yangtze. Nicknamed the Airbus, it was a lifeline for commuters in the days before Chongqing had many bridges. But today, it's more famous for movie cameos and viral social media clips.
It's going to be us pretty soon. Way up in the air.
Crammed into a sardine box.
Yeah.
And they don't mess around with capacity. Each car holds up to 65 people, and watching one unload felt like a clown car where people just kept spilling out.
I can feel the intensity building. There's gonna be a mad dash as soon as the door to this thing opens.
And luckily for us, we were front of the line, so we got first dibs.
We got a window spot.
We got into a corner. This is stressful.
And yep, they filled that thing up.
This is the current view of us pressed against the glass. These are my shoulders. I can't put them down.
But in the end, we really enjoyed it.
Oh!
Bye.
Bye, friend.
This is actually pretty cool. Cooler than I thought it was going to be.
It's worth doing. The cramming kind of sucks, and I'm glad we're not in the middle. But it's cool.
Just don't be surprised if the skies aren't clear.
It's a very gray day, unfortunately.
Chongqing is known as the city of fog.
I knew that. 120 days of fog per year.
Yeah.
It's like we watched the same video.
8 out of 10 for us. Our next category is 8D illusions. Chongqing earned the 8D city nickname thanks to its steep hills, stacked buildings, and mind-bending layers of roads. It feels like the city is operating in more than 3 dimensions. This category covers the places that blew up online for bending reality, or at least looking that way on TikTok.
The 8D city.
8 dimensions.
First up on the 8D list was Guixing Plaza.
Where are we?
Chongqing.
No, where are we at? The square.
Square. I don't know the actual name of it. We're at a square of a temple.
This spot went viral as the epitome of Chongqing. You step into the plaza thinking you're on the ground floor, but walk across and realize you're actually on the 22nd floor.
This is like a really famous place on TikTok where it's like, Chongqing is a mega 8D city. Like you're walking around on the ground floor, but you're actually 22 feet up in the air, 22 floors up in the air.
And although peeking over the side of the plaza was definitely scary,
Didn't like that actually. It made my knees shiver.
we found the 8D illusion a little underwhelming. Since you walk upstairs to reach the plaza, the illusion doesn't fully land in person. It was fun watching others make TikToks about this place, but for us, this wasn't a must-do. 5 out of 10.
And it's kind of, they overhype it.
A little underwhelming, yeah.
Classic internet.
Yep.
Never trust anything you see, not even this.
Our next 8D illusion was Liziba Station, where the train doesn't go around an apartment block, it goes straight through it. Opened in 2004, this was the city's solution to running a line through an already packed neighborhood. Build the station right into a 19-story residential building tucked between the 6th and 8th floors.
Came here for another Instagram spot, another TikTok spot, where you can see the train go in and out of this apartment building. And it is popular.
This spot blew up on TikTok because it looks like the train barrels into someone's living room. In reality, the building was engineered with soundproofing and vibration dampening. Residents say the train sounds just like a dishwasher running, but we were most blown away by the crowds lined up taking videos, and naturally, we joined in.
Waiting for a train to go in a building. This train does not come very often, does it?
No, it doesn't. And that's what makes it so exciting.
That's so true.
Unfortunately, it took a few tries before Kyle finally caught the train on his phone.
Is anything happening?
No.
I'm not convinced it's a train. Is this a train? It kind of looks like it, but I don't think it is.
It was. It was a train.
It was a train. I missed it. Did you get it?
Yeah.
I was filming the crowd and I missed the train leaving.
Before we finally had some luck.
Okay. We got the shot.
That was like fun to see.
It was cool to see.
Honestly, great to come here. 10 minutes, you see it, you leave. Also, it's like, okay, the whole like gimmick is that like, it's going into an apartment building. You're like, really, it's like, there's commercial on the bottom and then it's not like it's going through like people's living rooms. Like it is an entire station, like on like the 6th floor.
Yeah.
It's just like a giant metro station. And then on top of that, there's residential. But see, not someone's apartment. Actually legit train station.
I also didn't expect the crowds to be this crazy.
The crowds are wild.
People love this place.
We love this place.
We love this place. And we're one of them.
Okay, maybe love is a bit of an over-exaggeration. We gave this place a 6 out of 10. Our next category is what we call pain and pleasure. A little heat, a little healing, and a few surprises along the way. Chongqing has gone viral for a lot of things, but one of the biggest is its spice. As part of the Sichuan region, heat is standard, but Chongqing takes it further with its signature mala flavor, the mix of spicy chili oil and numbing Sichuan peppercorns. The numbing feels almost like an allergic reaction, but once it grew on me, I'd put Sichuan peppercorns on just about anything.
I think the predominant flavor is Sichuan peppercorns.
Ooh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I love this.
So in Chongqing, we knew we had to try some of its iconic spicy dishes. Hot pot is everywhere here. Sometimes it feels like it's the only option.
Also, every restaurant is a hot pot restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, no, restaurants do that. It's hot pot.
But we just had hot pot recently and only narrowly avoided a full-on disaster.
Guys, I'm okay. But I did get spicy hot oil injected right into my eye.
We decided not to push our luck again. So instead, we tried another dish that looked just as dangerous. Chongqing chicken with chilies. Say that 3 times fast. Small chunks of fried chicken buried under a mountain of dried chilies and peppercorns. And half the fun is digging through the pile to find the chicken. It's kind of like a treasure hunt. It's spicy, yes, but not nearly as intense as it looks. We gave it a 6 out of 10. Our next dish was green peppercorn fish.
This is Sichuan classic. I think maybe Chongqing thing, but definitely Sichuan. It's green Sichuan peppercorns and fish fillet. And it looks like there's some like young noodles on top, maybe motto, I'm not really sure.
It's technically a Sichuan dish, but lately chefs have been spotlighting fresh green peppercorns instead of the usual dried red ones. And Chongqing embraced it instantly because if it makes your mouth buzz, it's going on the menu.
It has all this filet, but it's just a big chopped up fish. It has like a very like fresh pepper flavor to it, which is interesting.
The flavor was bright and citrusy, but still numbing. A solid 7 out of 10 from us. And last but not least, to wrap up our Chongqing spice tour, we tried xiaomian. Okay, we are getting a Chongqing specialty, which is xiaomian, which is small noodles. There's different options for how you can order it, and I don't know enough Chinese to like know the different ingredients are. And we just ended up ordering beef because it's the only word that I knew. Xiaomian is made with thin wheat noodles, tossed in a base of chili oil, soy sauce, vinegar, garlic, and Sichuan peppercorns. It's one of Chongqing's go-to breakfast dishes because it's cheap, filling, quick, and spicy enough to wake you up. And while xiao means small, it's referring to the size of the bowl, not the noodles themselves. The woman running this stall even brought us an extra, smaller bowl so we could share.
Everyone's been so nice about like accommodating us and not knowing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. like most places, they'll say that we're sharing something and they'll bring us a bowl, or they'll like come over and show us like, oh, this is how you do it, and like give us instructions, or sometimes they even grab my chopsticks out of my hands and start mixing things for me because I'm not mixing fast enough.
Yeah.
So everyone's been very kind.
The noodles were nice and surprisingly light, although I think the stall owner went easy on the heat.
It's nice. No. Honestly, I feel like the spice can be turned up a little bit, but that was just on them protecting us, which I appreciate. But it's good.
7 out of 10 from us. And after all that spice-induced pain, it was time for the pleasure side of the category, which, after a rough night at our hotel, we desperately needed.
Last night, our neighbors were literally screaming and playing music until 4 o'clock in the morning, at least. It was so bad. Good shower. Nice.
We were in desperate need of some R&R, so we headed to Golden Impression, a spot we'd seen on TikTok but didn't fully understand until we stepped inside.
Oh wait, this is a job board, I'm pretty sure.
Oh. Should we apply?
Pretty sure we're translating a job application. This is we need you.
Oh.
I'm feeling embarrassed and shy and weird.
Unsure of what we were signing up for, we were a little tense.
Wait, I have a question. Do you think we need like take some moisture off those off?
Why did you put those on? Where are we going?
I don't know. I'm having lint off my toes, so when I get a massage, they don't have a bunch of lint. I'm feeling so conscious about lint.
This place was somehow even better than it looked on social media. Golden Impression is a luxury massage chain where you can book a massage, watch movies, and order unlimited food and drinks. Basically, heaven.
I'm feeling relaxed.
Our masseuses quickly caught on that we didn't speak Chinese, but they were kind enough to answer our questions via translation app.
Okay, nice.
And even helped us order some of their favorite dishes.
It's twice cooked pork and rice. Ultra.
I'm already like so full.
Yeah.
We asked for their help to order us food and they ordered us about 16 more things. They're so nice.
They're so nice.
But we truly had the best time.
The whole time I got to wear this. I don't want to give it back.
Also, this entire experience per person is like $25. For like all you can eat food, drinks and snacks and like desserts and treats. And like an 80-minute massage and a movie. It's crazy.
I have no words.
This place was a clear winner for us. Easy 10 out of 10.
This place, Golden Impressions, is the best place I've ever been to in my entire life.
I'd like to move here.
And with that, we wrapped our Chongqing adventure. A city of fiery spice, viral illusions, chaotic streets, and jaw-dropping skylines. Rating it all gave us the highs, the lows, and everything in between. But the city as a whole, definitely the kind of place that makes you want to linger just a little bit longer.
This is so nice.
Should we come back tomorrow?
I was just thinking. How long do you think is too long to stay?
I feel like we like finish the movie and like finish our food and like
Yeah, then
probably leave, yeah.
You don't start a second movie.